Hi everybody. Thank you for taking a few moments out of your day to allow me to share the organizational chart for our YMCA. I've been working on this project for about 4 or 5 months alongside of the board of directors. This is a compilation of a lot of input from the board, like I said, from studying Ys around the country, working with Shannon Sala, our Vice President of Human Resources, and I've given a lot of thought as to where we're going. And this organizational chart is really a design to map out at least the next few years of our work in the organization. So I'm going to jump right in. In February, we formed an interim structure, and we've been in that state for a while. We changed having been in the operations director for a number of years, one of the needs that I was running into is the geography of our organization and how far now we extend from Sumner all the way out to Silverdale. And so in the organizational chart now, we formalized these regions in geography. And I'll start off with the west side of our organization on the other side of the bridge, which incorporates Bremerton, Camp Seymour, the Hazelwood Y, and the Tom Taylor Y. And Jeff Ball has been assuming that role in the interim state, and I feel he's done a really good job. He's a strong leader, and he will be the regional director. Phil Carter has been the interim regional director for the Morgan branch and the Tacoma Center Y. I made a slight change in Phil's responsibilities, made these more uniform or more true as a region, and Phil will be now including the University Y, and there will be an additional region that will be our Gordon Y, our Lakewood Y, and our Melcorum Y, and that will be the 512 corridor. So that will be a vacant position. We will fill that as soon as we can. And then our Association Property Development and Facilities Director, Lauren Johnson, has been in that role. We have elevated that to be equivalent to a regional exec. Lauren has done a great job in that area. So those are our 4 regions. And I wanted now to go up to the vice president's position. This has been the CEO Leadership Cabinet. Ann Porter has been our Vice President and Chief Finance Officer. She will stay in that role. Shannon Sala has been our Vice President and Chief Human Resource Officer. She will stay in that role. Now, I have made a few changes. So one significant change is that Michelle LaRue, who has been our Vice President of Development and Marketing Communications, those are 2 very big departments, and I have decided to divide them. And Michelle will continue as a Vice President, and her new title will be Chief Member Experience Officer. And I made that because this is a significant initiative for our organization. It's a slight change in that we're going to put emphasis on our member loyalty and retention. And so to incorporate that, her focus, we're going to have her supervise information technology, digital marketing, our member services, which is centralized, our new engagement center, and the website development. These have all been efforts going on in our organization, but now I'm going to consolidate them because they're all going to be working towards our member experience. So in addition, that will create a vacancy. Our Vice President and Chief Development Officer will be posted, and that will be our annual capital endowment, the grants, and our work with the Philanthropic Advisory Council. Those were responsibilities that Michelle had as well as marketing communications. The new position, my old position, Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, will be filled by Brian Flatham. He has been taking a very strong leadership role in program and staff development. So he will be supervising the 4 regional execs and leading our arts and day camp initiatives, very important to our organization. So I'm excited for that opportunity for Brian. And then our Vice President and Chief Community Impact Officer will be Darcy Chiletti. She has been in that role for the interim. She has continued to be the exec for the Center for Community Impact, will help support Diana Comfort in childcare, be our lead for collaborations and partnerships, lead the diversity and inclusion work that's very important to our organization. So those will be our 6 vice presidents. One more change is that Janelle Nelson, our association mission director, will now report directly to me. Previously, she was part of the Center of Community Impact. I'm excited for that change to help support that. That initiative means a lot to me. So working with Janelle, I'm really looking forward to that. So that is our formal structure. I just want to add a couple of comments. As I said in the beginning, an organizational chart is just a delineation of the roles and responsibilities. What it really means to me, though, is what are we emphasizing and where are we going? And as I said, the staff experience that Shannon Sala is going to be leading, that's our #1 initiative. That's our investment in staff, working with them to improve and enhance their development. To me, that's where it all starts. And Shannon is excited. We've moved staff development and training under her so we can make that truly about the staff experience. Critical initiative, excited for that. I mentioned the member experience with Michelle. Again, the member retention and loyalty and creating community for our members. Again, a very key initiative for our organization. It's dear to my heart. Fundraising, funding our mission still remains an important initiative to fund the effort, the work we do in the community. Critical, we're going to fill that position. Another key initiative for us is something we've been talking about. We call it the program portfolio, which is somewhat misleading. It's really, we want to be true to what we're great at and not try to be all things to all people. So Lauren Johnson's going to be leading that effort to really make sure the good to great work is done and that we're careful and intentional about adding additional programs and services. And finally, our summer day camp that Brian will be spearheading along with Christy Wagner and all the staff around the association. To me, one of the final things I want to say is, though this organizational chart looks linear, what's critical for our organization, what's most important, is how we work together. This is something that, to me, is an opportunity for us to improve upon, but it's exciting to think about it. It's exciting to think about how operations needs to work with the staff experience to make sure they're integrated, and how marketing and information technology helps improve day camp or helps us fundraise. This is not a linear organizational chart. The future for our organization is working together and developing a synergy that helps us be great for the community at large. So thank you for taking time to listen and allow me to share this work that I've been working on for a while, and I'm excited for our organization. There are opportunities to grow within this, and I promise that our commitment is to developing staff as we move forward. So thank you, and if you have questions, please contact me either by email, phone, or pay me a visit. See you at the Y.